here for Magsayo. 15 seconds left in the 8th round.
It's just been Russell, man. Russell's doing the work, making Magsayo miss.
Yeah, the problem, though, is, again, Russell's thrown 24 punches in this round. Is that enough? Can you win a round with that? Punch, the most important punch now in the fight for Gary Russell, I think.
I feel that so far Russell has made Magsayo miss a lot. He's landed his effective and clean left hands. And even though Magsayo's throwing a lot more than Russell's making a miss.
Yeah, the question is Russell doing enough offensively to win these rounds? And I don't know. And that's the danger for him. And Magsayo's abandoned his jab, too. You know, he was using that a little earlier. I know it's hard against the lefty, but it helped.
Now, if you fight a left-hander, you want to watch to your right.
Yes.
To take away that left. Magsayo has not been doing that.
To your left.
To your left, yeah.
To your left,
He's not been able to
he hasn't. That's a very good point. He should go to his left.
He's walking straight forward, and that's what he's being good with those.
And the last time he faced a lefty, we mentioned it against Rigoberto Hermosillo in that fence.
Right. The pace of the fight is him stay in this and have a chance. And you look at the numbers, and while Magsayo is certainly throwing more and landing more according to show stats, which I think is a fair assessment, it's round by round, so we'll see.
Of this 126-pound title tilt, Gary Russell Jr. making the 6th defense of his belt against undefeated mandatory challenger Mark Magsayo.
I think the most important point made tonight was made by Abner, and that is that Magsayo is not going to his left. When you have a fighter that is a right hook artist, can't use the right hook, and the only thing he can get you is the left hand. You cannot veer to the right and walk in and give him a chance to do it. You're not supposed to anyway, but especially in this instant. So strategically, a big mistake by Magsayo.
Trainer Freddie Roach might have something to say about that in between rounds as we come to the conclusion of the 9th round. Magsayo beginning to put the pressure on Russell down the stretch here as we head to round number 10. Let's go to Steve.
Current champion in boxing. 6 years, 10 months. He won his title back in.
Very familiar with this weight class. Talk about things that you would like to see each fighter make the adjustments in order to try to, secure the victory here tonight, because this fight could very well...
From Russell, left.
Al, would you want to see anything more added to what we're witnessing here?
Because if he gets to his left, what he has to do then is double with the left hook to the body and the head, and then it'll open up the right hand for him as well. Now, for Russell, he's kind of there. But he was off to the right. If he stepped to his left, those double left hooks might have gotten there. But Russell is taking what's given to him, and that is trying to pot shot with the left hand. There he throws it again. And Magsayo's kind of putting himself in position for that. It's not to say Russell's landing that many of them. He's not. But, it's at least an opportunity for him.
And Russell's using the ring really well.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Russell rendered a one-arm fighter. We can address his output, but for Magsayo, his output is gone.
Now, he came back to knock out Julio Ceja late in their fight, so we'll see what he's got in his later rounds.
Well, he was forced to come back there, and again, it's only the unofficial scorecard, but Steve Farrad has him up now by 3 points. 2 of those all-important championship rounds, a minute left here in the 10th.
And you got to give it to Russell. This is a guy that hasn't fought in 2 years. He's not fighting only inactivity, ring rust. He's fighting when injury.
What we saw earlier, there has to be a severe uptick in the output of Mark Magsayo, and you wonder, why is he not throwing more punches against the guy with a compromised right?
The amount of punches thrown by Russell this round, but still
that's the right. And now makes up a beautiful defense by Gary Russell.
Partially blocked by Russell, but he has gone downstairs with some good body punches.
Feds, and we will find out just how much more whose title reign could be in jeopardy. And according to unofficial score, Steve Farrad, Gary Russell Jr., the longest title reign In boxing, that reign is in jeopardy.
And in the beginning of this round, Magsayo's come out, and not only is he throwing more punches, he's ripping those hooks. He's starting to get those left hooks in. Now, they're a good defensive job by Russell, but that's what Magsayo hasn't been doing, and he's starting to do it in this round. It's so funny. After our heart it's right there for Magsayo. Take a step to your left and rip hooks. There it is. He just needs to do it. And I don't know if Russell can stop that because he can't do anything with his right hand, right arm. Magsayo's having a very good round here, though, in the 11th.
Got to be more effective, throwing more volume punching, listening to us. In power punches, he's having, other than the jabs, 42% landing from Magsayo. So when he throws those punches, he's been effective, and a number of those are body shots. We got to point out, Gary Russell's got only one hand. Imagine he had both hands. This fight would have been different. Yeah, it would have, obviously.
Yeah, I guess, but it is what it is.
In the past for Magsayo, conditioning has been a bit of a factor. How he responds to his opponent's power punches, but we see tonight he has a huge advantage against a compromised 126-pound champion, Gary Russell Jr. And with 30 seconds left here in round 11, Mark Magsayo continuing to put on the pressure, but needs to continue to put on those punches.
And he clearly, this round, Magsayo's done almost all the offensive work. There hasn't been much done by Russell. So Russell kind of giving away this 11th round.
All you right here.
Magsayo, 3 minutes away from potentially changing his determination of Gary Russell Jr. rendered a one-armed fighter here in his 6th title defense.
And here's where we point out that Russell has landed some good left hands. How have they factored into winning rounds? Clearly, Steve Farr on his unofficial scorecard doesn't think it's enough. There has been some good offensive power and work with the left hand by Russell. The question you have to ask yourself is it enough?
Yeah, right now in this round, Russell using the aggression from Magsayo to his favor. Waiting for him to come in, and he catches him with the left. Again, Magsayo throwing punches, but he's missing a lot.
2 minutes left in this championship affair. Selling ice cream, trying to make ends meet. Caught the attention of the global icon, Manny Pacquiao, the only fighter to win titles in 8 different divisions, including 126-pound. A man who promotes Mark Magsayo, and Magsayo could be 90 seconds away from becoming the next Filipino champion.
Yep. A moment ago, Russell got a nice left hand in. It wasn't a powerful punch, but it got there. But again, it wasn't anything that could change anything. And Russell now kind of working the things a little bit, putting a spin on it by, putting his arms up. But
yeah, Russell wants to make that stand, wants to make the last stand, wants to protect his title reign. And the crowd chanting, Gary, as Russell hopes to subject Magsayo to capital heights punishment, and he'll need to do so, even with one arm.
I'm going to say winning the fight.
Wow, and Russell, like Willie Beck, showing that defense, avoiding those punches, has the high ring IQ. And he says when it comes to fighting, when it comes to boxing, it's always intellect over athleticism. Is his high ring IQ going to be enough?
Yeah, and he could well be winning this round. I don't want to misstate, because he has landed some of those good left hands. He's made Magsayo miss a lot in this round. And this could be a comeback round for him. The question is, how much does this help him in the final score? And we'll find out. And
has the longest